Alright, stick with me. We are diving into a crazy South Korean elite high school mission. First day, and the prettiest girl in class is already asking for his socials. But our guy is completely clueless. He does not even know what Facebook or TikTok is. Seriously, ever since he was a kid, he has never even touched a smartphone. Not once. Because Kang Gon is hiding a massive secret. He is North Korea's absolute best undercover spy. Starting at age 6, he was put through completely brutal, hellish physical training. Graduated high school at 10. And by 12, he had completely mastered every single military weapon you could think of. At 16, he was fighting top-tier military officers solo, matching them blow for blow. And his family background? Just as insane. His dad is the #1 hacker in North Korea. His mom? A legendary assassin who literally made the entire criminal underworld shake in fear. So yeah, from day one, Kang Gon was ruthlessly trained, molded into the ultimate secret agent. Now, he is facing his newest mission. His new target? Infiltrating South Korea's rich kids. Next day at Seoul International. Watch closely, guys. Right now, sitting on his desk, is a shiny, brand new smartphone. Every single time a student walks by, our guy looks around totally panicked, wondering if anyone is judging his new phone. His classmate Lee Ara sees this and is just totally speechless. Kang Gon quickly catches her staring at him, and without a single second of hesitation, he awkwardly flexes his very trendy blue phone. Ara cannot help but laugh out loud. Bro really thought he was flexing a basic phone. Literally the only person in class without one, Grandpa. Donggu turns around to chat with him. Hey, you actually used your phone. But suddenly, this red-haired punk walks up out of nowhere, grabs his shoulder. He talks to Donggu, but his eyes are totally locked on Kang Gon. You guys friends already? Donggu stammers back. Gon is going to tutor me in math. The lackey standing next to Red Hair stays silent, just narrowing his eyes at Gon. Our MC does not back down, staring right back. Red Hair pats Donggu's head, smiling. All right then, you definitely need to study harder anyway. But suddenly, his entire expression turns super dangerous. But I have some business with him. Donggu hears this and freezes completely silent. A second later, he instantly stands up and walks right out of the classroom. Red Hair smiles with pure arrogance. He glares at Gon, mocking him. Now pay attention. This red-haired guy is major trouble. His name is Go Jin-suk. He is CEO of Geozam and second son of Assemblyman Go Yang-chan. His father is a truly massive political heavyweight right now, currently topping the approval ratings for president. Moving on to the next guy, Kang Gon glances over at the dude standing next to Jin-suk. That is Hwang Gu-young, the eldest son of Hwang Ji-chun, chairman of Daejeong Group, a mega corporation in the top 30 business rankings. As for Daejeong Group, they completely dominate the global sports industry. Hearing this, Kang Gon just smirks at all the information, then he smiles brightly, looking right at them. Should I tutor you guys in math as well? Hearing that, these two are absolutely furious. Nobody in this entire school has ever talked back. Except Kang Gon. Jin-suk casually walks right past. But he makes sure to tell Gu-young, make sure he does not bother anyone. He drops a hand heavily on Gon's shoulder. Hey, transfer student. The most important thing here is knowing your exact place. He gets right into Gon's face as he speaks, sounding just like an absolute dictator. Keep quiet and stay out of sight. Got it? After saying that, his hand suddenly squeezes down super hard on his shoulder. Kang Gon's eyes instantly go completely dark and ice cold. Pure killing intent explodes. Trust me, you and I are in for a wild ride. Alright, you and I are about to see that friendly look vanish. Now he is staring like a wild beast hunting prey. Just a sudden swing of his hand. Gi-yang takes a direct hit before his brain even registers what is happening. You can actually see the brutal indent left right on his neck. And that was just him using the soft part of his palm to strike. Because otherwise, that rich kid would be totally dead by now. But honestly, all of that was just Kang Gon imagining the whole scenario. Because once these wealthy young masters actually get beaten up, things get incredibly messy. Back to reality. Gui-young is still acting tough, bossing him around like he owns the place. I told you not to draw attention. Got it? Kang Gon just smiles back and asks, not drawing attention. What does that even mean? At the same time, his left hand moves up. The bully watches, completely clueless about what is coming next. Kang Gon slowly places his left hand right over the guy's wrist. And then, he suddenly squeezes with terrifying force. Instant, blinding pain shoots through Gi-young. It feels like his hand is being crushed in a literal steel vice grip, almost snapping in half. The absolute agony ruins his balance, forcing him straight down on one knee. Now, his eyes hold nothing but pure, unadulterated fear. Kang Gon just smiles. Is this how you make friends around here? Nearby, Jin Suk is sitting at his table, watching closely. Now watch this, he finally realizes our new kid is absolutely not someone you can mess with. Meanwhile, Guiyang quickly yanks his hand away. Humiliation instantly turns into furious rage, her veins bulging right on his forehead. He tried to bully the new transfer student, but just ended up embarrassing himself completely. The guy is absolutely boiling with anger right now, raising his fist to throw a punch. You really want to get beaten up, you bastard? But facing that punch, Kang Gon does not even care. His eyes actually shift over to a totally different direction. Right up on the ceiling, there is a security camera. He suddenly remembers the warning his dad gave him earlier. In South Korea, surveillance cameras are practically everywhere. His dad just did some super simple typing and quickly hacked straight into the school security network. From the classrooms to the cafeteria, from the gym all the way to the teacher's office, where absolutely nothing escaped their sight. Kang Gon really did not expect his fake dad to have such next-level skills. The guy just smiled with absolute pride and openly declared that regular amateur hackers are practically a joke to him. Yes. Kang Gon excitedly clenched his fists. You really are number one on the Kwangmyong network, comrade. I totally knew you were the best computer expert in all of North Korea. His dad turned to him, annoyed. Watch that tone. Fix it right now. He answered seriously, yes sir. Finally, his dad gave one strict warning. You and I both know what that means. Zero violence, because absolutely everything is being recorded. Back to the present, Guiyang tries to launch a brutal strike at him, but Kang Gon casually dodges. Then, he places both hands on the desk edge, pushing it hard, straight into the bully's stomach. The impact forces the guy backward, making him lean on the back table just to stand. Outclassed once again by our main character, he is beyond furious, veins popping everywhere on his face, glaring with pure rage. You bastard, how dare you? But facing this raging rich kid, Kang Gon stays completely cold and calm, not saying a single word. Suddenly, from behind, Liara shouts out loud, "Stop!" Startled, Guiyang immediately glances over his shoulder. She yells at him, "Are you seriously going to stoop down to that pathetic level?" Jin Suk suddenly chimes in from the side. This new transfer student really does not know our rules here. He keeps glaring at Kang Gon with pure annoyance, so he just needs to be taught a lesson. Liara frowns. I said stop because this looks incredibly pathetic. Hee-yeon, that goes for you too. So what do you and I make of this? Guiyang backs off, but that grudge is permanent. Stick with me here. The bully threatens him, but our MC just casually smiles and says, just the two of us in private? When exactly? The bully is absolutely furious but completely helpless, finally storming off in rage. The classroom atmosphere immediately goes back to normal. Our guy thinks to himself a 4-star rating means a priority recruitment target. How should he even approach this? A little later, a blonde girl is seen waving. She greets all the students in class. Hello everyone. Kang Gon frowns down at his desk. A prime recruitment target. What's his next move? The friendly teacher smiles warmly, pointing right at him. We have a new face. Nice to meet you. Can you keep up with the native language? He thinks I will figure this out later. Then he answers, don't worry about that, miss. The teacher on the podium looks totally surprised. Your pronunciation is actually perfect. Where did you study? He casually replies, New York International School. I moved back to Korea because of my dad's work. Hearing that, the students in the class immediately start whispering in awe. The teacher claps her hands together, happily continuing the lesson. Talking to Kang Gon will definitely help everyone improve their language skills much faster. Your accent is perfectly American. Getting praised like that, our boy instantly gets a super cocky attitude, just acting incredibly arrogant. Lara, sitting up front, turns around, and she cannot hold back a laugh seeing his face. Sitting on the right, just one row away, are Jin Suk and Gu Yong. Those two bullies are glaring at him with pure hatred, because until today, watch closely here, he's the first guy to ever talk back to them. By recess, a bunch of girls gather around his desk, chatting away with him super happily. Your pronunciation is even better than the teacher's. From New York? Why didn't you mention it yesterday? The three girls are staring at Kang Gon like they want to eat him alive, making our guy sweat bullets. He can only sit perfectly still, not daring to speak. Surprised, Kang Gon holds out his brand new smartphone right in front of the three eager girls. Suddenly, a hand snatches his phone away, turns out. It is actually Lara. She inspects the device closely while asking, "Is this phone from our family's company?" Kang Gon smirks to himself. He thinks, jackpot, he has finally succeeded in grabbing this rich girl's attention, exactly as planned. He cannot help but brag to her. "I finally got an Instagram account now," making her super surprised. "Really?" Feeling curious, she taps on his profile to check it out. Inside, it's just packed with photos of Kang Gon traveling the world with his parents. There is the Forbidden City over in Beijing, China. Then the Eiffel Tower in Paris, all glamorous in France. But honestly, no matter where he is, I know what you're thinking. Total Photoshop. He uses the exact same expression and pose every time. Haters will definitely call out these fakes. Lara finishes scrolling and cannot help but praise him. "Your family looks so incredibly happy." Kang Gon laughs inside. His dad truly is the absolute best computer hacker in North Korea. So, is that really a flex? The very next day, Kang Gon is standing in the massive crowd, waiting for his ride. He keeps looking around everywhere, like he is expecting something huge. Since this is an elite academy for rich kids, there is zero shortage of ridiculously expensive cars around. He remembers the words his old man told him. "New car today, wait for dad after school." What the heck is he even talking about? Time passes, and everyone quickly gets picked up. Right when Lara casually walks right past him, she suddenly turns around and waves. "I will see you tomorrow." Kang Gon silently watches her back until she completely leaves. His mouth suddenly curls into a smirk. Seems like she is really noticing him now. But what he doesn't know, and that is where we leave it. Gu Yong and Jin Suk are right behind him. Gu Yong suddenly taps his shoulder. "Stick with me here." He stared right at them and thought, "Yeah, I'm going. I actually need to recruit these guys." Then he casually called out to the group, "Where exactly are you taking me?" Gu Yang completely ignored him, turning back with a cold glare. "Get in the car while I'm asking nicely." Without waiting for his answer, the two punks followed their massive bodyguard, heading straight for a bright yellow car parked across the street. A weird glint suddenly flashed in his eyes. Oh yeah, this was the absolute perfect recruitment opportunity. To completely clear this quest, he didn't even hesitate. He just walked right after them. But right at that moment, a massive engine roared out of nowhere. A flashy red sports car suddenly tore onto the scene. The engine was so insanely loud that literally everyone on the street snapped their heads around. It was a slick red convertible, just blasting down the road at breakneck, absolute top speed. Now pay close attention to this. With some absolutely insane driving skills, the car pulled over to the curb perfectly smooth. While everyone just stared in pure shock, the door popped open and a man stepped right out. It was Kang Gon's fake dad. Spotting him, the guy got super hyped, waving his hands. "Son, I am here to pick you up. Look, your dad is here." The atmosphere instantly froze. The entire street went dead silent, like a graveyard. Those two punks cringed so hard, totally speechless. Meanwhile, our boy was literally sweating bullets at this insanely flashy entrance. When his kid didn't respond, the dad just kept screaming at the top of his lungs, "I'm here!" Before he could yell anything else, Kang Gon used his crazy footwork, dashed to the car, and leaned in. He whispered something super quiet into the old man's ear that nobody else could catch. Instantly, his dad shot up a thumbs up. "Oh, making new friends? You are going to ride with them?" Hearing that, our main character finally breathed a massive sigh of relief. Crisis averted. "Okay, fine," the dad agreed. "I will see you back at the house." Watching the fake dad finally speed off, Kang Gon could relax. He turned right back around, ready to resume their trip. But those two thugs were glaring at him with pure, unadulterated rage. "You seriously need to be taught a brutal lesson." Right after that threat, Kang Gon hopped into their car. The yellow car slowly rolled its way through the busy city streets. Jin Soo rode shotgun, while the massive bodyguard drove. In the back sat Kang Gon and Gu Yang. He quietly wondered where the heck they were taking him. "I know what you're thinking. A trap, right?" The car quickly parked at a high-rise, and Kang Gon stepped out. A huge TG Sport sign immediately caught his eye. Jin Soo turned around and ordered, "Head straight in. I will follow." From right behind him, the bodyguard warned Kang Gon. "Outside the school gates, my orders are to never let you out of sight." The huge guy narrowed his eyes at him. Kang Gon instantly sensed this bodyguard was definitely no ordinary grunt. Then the whole group marched inside the building. The interior was set up like a massive sports gym. This place was totally packed with high-end, state-of-the-art training gear. Taking it all in, Kang Gon thought to himself, could this actually be some kind of hidden training facility? Suddenly, an older guy walked right out to greet them. You made it, so you cleared cage number 3, right? The man looked up and answered, of course I did. Gu Yang snapped, do not let anyone else inside. The staff member instantly bowed his head, saying yes. Then out of nowhere, the guy leaned in and whispered to Kang Gon, just apologize unconditionally, man. Do it, and I will call an ambulance. Honestly, it is best if you just pass out quickly. Completely confused, he asked, wait, what ambulance? Gu Yang suddenly screamed across the room, get your butt over here right now. That roar made the staff flinch. He hurriedly stood up straight, terrified. Right after that, they led Kang Gon over to a massive octagon fighting cage. Standing nearby, Gu Yang was already ripping his shirt off. He strapped on his fighting gloves and started warming up. Our guy just stood there, watching this whole dramatic display. He did not say a single word. Looking down from above, Jin-Soo sneered. It has been a really long time since someone entered here looking like that. He looked back up and asked, do you want me to spar with him? Jin-Soo looked shocked. Spar? Then he burst into maniacal laughter. Yeah, sure, call it sparring or whatever. Who actually cares? His eyes were now fully exposing his absolute madness. If you understand, then hurry up and sign right here. Gu Yang aggressively pointed his finger at a paper on the table. Trust me, you're going to want to see this. Kang Gon narrowed his eyes, coldly reading a waiver that stated, all right, stick with me here. We are about to witness a totally legal, no-rules fight. A waiver clears them of any civil or criminal charges. Kang Gon figures it out immediately. These rich chaebol kids are actually pretty smart. They calculated the risks of assault beforehand. If the victim signs this waiver before the beatdown, these brats face absolutely zero consequences. Kang Gon casually looks up and stares right at Jin-Suk. You want my signature? The bully grins like a maniac. What is wrong, loser? Are you scared now? Kneel down and bark like a dog, and I might spare you. Kang Gon just glares coldly. Jin-Suk scowls at that. No reaction at all? This guy is seriously weird. Kang Gon turns his back and simply asks, no cameras here, right? Wu Yong frowns at that. What? What are you even saying, you punk? Signing the paper, Kang Gon asks, do I have to fight? Jin-Suk laughs mockingly. Did you forget Korean while living abroad? Our guy Wu Yong is an absolute beast. He easily crushes national champions. If he hits you, you are completely dead meat, buddy. Across the room, Wu Yong is totally ready. He cannot wait to personally teach Kang Gon a bloody lesson, but Kang Gon suddenly shoves the paper at him. Taking off his shirt, he says, you sign too. Now pay attention, this is where it gets crazy. Wu Yong stretches, glaring provocatively inside the cage. Kang Gon ignores him completely, just focusing on his gloves. The annoying trash talk begins. Look at your face, dog, you are frozen in fear. He steps closer, warming up his muscles. Kang Gon thinks to himself, what do I even do with this weak kid? Normally, one single punch would end him instantly. But this is Korea. He cannot just kill him. Inside his mind, he simulates the entire upcoming fight. When the guy strikes, he will dodge the attack, then land a massive blow right to his opponent's ribs. But wait, that will not work. A direct hit with that much explosive force? It would instantly turn this kid's internal organs into absolute mush. Eye gouging? No, he does not want him blind. The ultimate groin strike is banned too, because that is just way too brutal. In every scenario, this punk either dies or gets fully crippled. This makes him confused. How do I teach him a lesson? Suddenly, Gui-an throws a fast, aggressive punch. With just a single glance, Kang Gon reads his movement perfectly, effortlessly dodging the blow without breaking a sweat. You saw that coming, right? The guy swings his left fist, but he easily tilts his head, dodging again, hitting nothing but empty air. Seeing this massive failure, he starts sweating bullets. He realizes Kang Gon is absolutely nothing like his usual victims. Even the bodyguard and Jin-Suk start looking at him completely differently. Gui-an quickly backs up. Taking a defensive stance, he asks, have you been training lately, you little brat? Facing that annoying question, our MC stays totally silent. The bully clenches his teeth. Are you mute now? But his only reply is that same careless, absolutely empty stare from Kang Gon. He grinds his teeth in pure rage, blue veins popping on his face. Furious, he charges forward to attack. What is with that look, you bastard? But before he lands a single hit, boom, our boy gets completely face-slapped. Kang Gon moves so insanely fast, the guy does not even see the strike coming. Even Jin Suk and the bodyguard completely missed what just went down right there. Getting slapped turns him purple with pure rage, his eyes going totally bloodshot. You piece of trash. He charges in screaming. Trust me, you have to see what happens next. Alright, stick with me because Kang Gon is about to absolutely humble this guy again. The guy still cannot see a single thing coming. Suddenly, a heavy silence fills the entire air. The whole room goes dead quiet, but this punk refuses defeat. He opens his mouth to scream curses at Kang Gon, big mistake. A split second later, he gets slapped again. His face completely warps from the impact. This strike was just way too heavy. His legs give out entirely. In a flash, the dude eats dirt on the floor. Kang Gon is the only one left standing. Just like that, he wins the fight with 3 mere slaps. This brutal outcome leaves Jin Suk and his giant bodyguard completely shaking in absolute terror. He casually tells them both, "Hey, there are no serious injuries to worry about. I actually held back." Then he opens the cage door and steps right outside. "If we are totally done here, I am leaving." Jin Suk instantly screams out, "Stop right there." Hearing this, he just frowns. He genuinely has zero clue what this rich kid wants now. Right after that, Jin Suk heads down to the lower floor. He marches right up to him. Now watch closely because instead of being angry, he is literally smiling. "From now on you are my right-hand man." Kang Gon asks in pure shock, "What right hand?" Jin Suk turns to his bodyguard, absolutely buzzing with hype. This guy is insanely strong. Meanwhile, Kang Gon is just standing there, utterly confused. What the heck is a right-hand man? The crazy Jin Suk slowly explains it. "You are going to be my right hand from today, and you know exactly who my dad is, right?" Hearing this, he finally remembers his secret undercover mission. He just slowly nods his head. The rich kid throws an arm around him. "Let us go. To celebrate, I am treating you to an epic feast." He thinks to himself, "Wow, this mission is going smoothly. I just absolutely destroyed his loyal subordinate, yet somehow everything is still falling perfectly into my master plan. Unreal." That evening, Kang Gon finally heads home, and his mom greets him right at the door. "Son, you are back?" His dad asks if he made any new friends today, and he replies yes. His mom smiles, asking about dinner. He hesitates for a second, turning away to say he already ate. "I am going to rest early tonight." His parents just look at each other, completely, totally confused. Kang Gon heads back into his room. Once the door shuts, he instantly collapses right onto the bed. Exhausted, he runs a hand across his forehead. This undercover mission is seriously not going to be easy. Flashing back to earlier, Jin Suk dragged him all the way to a super fancy luxury restaurant. He asks him, "Well, nice place, right? I come here with my family a lot, so just eat as much as you want." Kang Gon uses his knife and fork to slice a thick piece of steak. Then he slowly takes a bite to taste it. But whoa, the explosive flavor literally makes him freeze in place because it is just that incredible. Perfectly cooked medium rare beef. It is insanely tender and juicy, the kind you could eat forever. Jin Suk laughs. Now you and I are probably wondering the same thing. Kang Gon is remembering how arrogant this guy used to be. Yeah, totally arrogant in the past. He eats while silently judging, is this really even the exact same person? Then Jin Suk suddenly speaks up to him. "Being my right-hand man is not actually a big deal. You just have to crush anyone who tries climbing above us. But honestly, nobody like that exists anymore." Kang Gon pops more beef into his mouth and casually replies, "I do not really like bullying weaklings. The rich kid smirks, the weak do not even dare approach me. So what about Dong-gu?" Jin Suk freezes for a second, suddenly remembering that highly annoying name. Think his full name is Jang Dong-gu. He asks back, "You think Dong-gu is actually weak?" Then he drops a bomb. "Back in middle school, I used to be his absolute little errand boy." Curious, Kang Gon asks, "What is an errand boy? You seriously do not know what doing errands means?" Basically a lackey, a total minion. Jin Suk clasps his hands tightly together and continues speaking. His family runs top-tier law in South Korea. Makes you think, right? Never mess with the central chief prosecutor's son. But back before my dad became a top politician, I just followed his exact orders. He lived carefully, watching every single step. Listening to this, Kang Gon's expression turns dead serious. Jin Suk looks him right in the eye. South Korea is just that kind of place. Here, parents' wealth is the real power. Trust me. We know this mission just got harder. This infiltration will not be a walk in the park. Worried about Kang Gon's silent state, his parents rush into his room. What is wrong, son? If something is bothering you, just tell us. He casually replies that it is nothing. But he completely avoids making any eye contact with them. South Korean society is way too complicated, totally different from what he was actually taught. He clenches his hands together tightly. Adapting to this chaotic new world is not easy. Suddenly his dad snaps. Stop saying such weak and pathetic things. Did you forget who you are, comrade? Hearing that, Kang Gon instantly straightens his back. The man stares right into him, emitting an intense, invisible pressure that fills the entire room. He immediately stands at attention. I apologize, sir. I will ensure this never happens again. Seeing his discipline, his parents finally smile with satisfaction. Back inside his own room, Kang Gon keeps studying relentlessly, trying desperately to memorize his new environment in South Korea. He is an elite North Korean spy, infiltrating a South Korean shadow unit. Failing this deadly mission is absolutely not an option. Feeling totally reassured, his parents close the door and leave. The very next day, Kang Gon heads to school normally. Donggu turns around from the front desk. Did anything bad happen to you yesterday? Instead of answering, Kang Gon just wonders, was this guy really a vicious school bully? Watch closely now, because his next question completely catches the kid off guard. You were a middle school gangster, right? Donggu stammers wildly, saying that was ages ago. I was super young. I knew nothing back then, and I am not like that anymore. Kang Gon chuckles. Do not worry, I will not make you my errand boy. Then he flashes a totally confident thumbs up. You and I are friends. Hearing this, the poor guy starts sweating, completely speechless. Kang Gon figures he has totally won him over. Perfect, acting natural, Donggu tries replying, but whips back around the second Jin Suk appears. Well, I am just glad nothing happened. Kang Gon crosses his arms. Do not worry, Donggu. From now on, we are genuine friends. Suddenly, Jin Suk calls out Kang Gon's name. Turning around, he raises a hand in greeting. Super friendly, he asks, did you get home safe yesterday? Thanks for the food. Hearing that, everyone in the entire classroom just stares at them in absolute pure shock. Yesterday, these two dudes were basically ready to kill each other. We both saw that coming, right? Kang Gon walks right over to him. My treat next time. Jin Suk immediately points to the empty desk next to him. Sit here. Wait, is not that Hwang Woo Young's seat? Seeing him frozen, Jin Suk asks, why are you not sitting? For a split second, Kang Gon just stands there blankly, but then his spy brain calculates everything. Did the bully hierarchy just reorganize? That means he is officially the new number 2. Figuring that out, he confidently takes the seat with a super smug look on his face. The whole class stays dead silent. He laughs internally, everything is going perfectly according to plan. Through the next few periods, all the students focus quietly on the teacher's lectures. But Kang Gon quickly realizes something weird. Woo Young has not shown up to class all day. Did he skip? Stick with me. This next scene gets brutally dark. Woo Young is taking an absolutely agonizing beating. Every single time that vicious whip strikes down, his entire body violently shakes in pure agony. Beating him, the man furiously screams out, "You cannot even handle one simple task? You absolute idiot. I put you in that special class. Stick with me here. Do you know how much money I poured in?" This raging guy is the head of Daejeong Group, Chairman Baek Jae-hyun. His glass-wearing assistant quickly tries to hold the angry boss back. "Chairman, please stop. I am sure he understands enough." But Jae-hyun furiously yells right back, "This family is taking the presidency next election. Stick to that kid like glue, got it? Flatter him until your lips fall off if you have to. Now get lost. I am sick of looking at your face." Once the guy scrambles away, Jae-hyun turns to his assistant. "Did you find out?" His eyes are literally burning with pure rage. "What kind of family is it?" The assistant answers calmly. "They own a massive multinational corporation. They deal in 11-coin cryptocurrency and high-level security software." He adds, "Their capital seems incredibly solid too." Jae-hyun just scoffs. "All right then, go invite them out for a meal." The assistant asks, "But where should we host it, sir?" He replies coldly, "Right here, inside this very training room." Hearing this, the assistant bows. "Understood, Chairman," but the more he thinks about it, the angrier he gets. Just some nameless nobody, and they actually dare to interfere with my huge business operations. Back at the academy, classes are finally over. Before heading out, Liara happily waves goodbye to Kang Gon. See you tomorrow. Yeah? Now pay attention here. That huge bodyguard has been staring a hole right through him. Then he suddenly drops a super weird and creepy line. Make sure you take good care of your parents. Our main character is just left confused. Meanwhile, Jin-suk also says her goodbyes and promises to see him tomorrow. Watching them walk away, he thinks to himself, what does taking care of my parents even mean anyway? A bit later, his dad pulls up in a flashy red sports car to pick Kang Gon up. Pointing to the passenger seat, hop in. Son. Our guy is absolutely speechless. You are showing off a bit too much, old man. That evening, he is having dinner with his parents when a sudden knock echoes from the front door. They go to open it and find the chairman's assistant standing right there. He smoothly introduces himself. I am from the secretarial office of the Daejeong Group. Dad smiles warmly. Hello there, what can I do for you today? Kang Gon realizes instantly Daejeong Group is Woo Young's family. The assistant then speaks in a dead serious tone. A boy from our prestigious family has actually been brutally assaulted by your son. You knew this was coming, right? Hearing this, his parents slowly turn to glare at their troublemaker son. He is sweating bullets. We already signed a contract. And this kid is still playing the snitching game? The assistant continues speaking smoothly. Our general manager has absolutely no intention of blowing this up. He just wants to meet you for a meal. Dad scratches his head and laughs it off. Right, a little scuffle between kids is seriously no big deal. The assistant asks, if you are free, shall we head over right now? Eventually, Dad just agrees. All right then, let's go. But when Kang Gon tries to tag along, his dad turns back with a totally dead serious look. You stay home. Seeing that intense vibe, neither he nor his mom dares to follow. A short while later, the assistant guides Dad straight to the TG Sport building. Right this way, please. And next to the octagon cage, someone is already sitting there waiting. Without hesitating, Dad follows the assistant straight into the hardcore training room. Chairman Da Cheon smirks. I heard my kid was beaten absolutely senseless by your little boy. Dad stays completely silent. The chairman steps down and directly demands, so, how do you plan to handle this? Dad answers in a super soft tone. What do you want us to do? Please, be direct. That is exactly what the chairman was waiting for. He lifts his chin arrogantly. Transfer your son to a completely different academy. Do that, and I will let this slide. Dad scratches his head smiling. I am afraid that is quite difficult. His mom absolutely insisted he attends the best school in Korea, so getting him in there was a huge struggle. Hearing this, the chairman lets out a cold scoff. Then he slowly steps right up into Dad's personal space. His massive, muscular frame towers over him by a full head. He glares down and growls out a dark warning. You should listen while I am still speaking nicely. But Dad is not scared. He looks him dead in the eye. Do not do anything we will both regret. Then bam, the chairman slaps him. Trust me, you and I aren't ready for what's next. Stick with me here. Even beaten bloody, this guy's eyes show absolutely zero fear. Seeing that just pisses the chairman off more. You bastard. He strikes again, forcing him to collapse, supporting himself with one hand. The chairman grabs his hair, growling. We are done for today. His glare is pure evil. Transfer that brat to another school right this second. Otherwise, do not blame me. I will make sure he never steps foot in this country. Got it? He coldly tosses him to the floor. You better remember this. Give him a fat stack of cash for medical bills. The assistant bows. Yes, chairman. Later on, the lackey drives Kang Gon's dad back home. As he steps out, the assistant shoves over a thick stack of checks. 10 million won apiece. Take it. This should cover the medical fees for your pathetic injuries. Getting no response, he smirks. Not enough? Well, let me warn you, crying to the cops will be completely useless. Our corporation literally funds them. The dad turns away. That is not going to happen. The assistant yells from the car. So you do not want the cash, huh? But before he can even finish talking, the dad snatches the checks and angrily storms off. Watching him walk away, the arrogant assistant just lets out a cold, mocking scoff. Absolute idiot. He quietly opens the door and walks in. Kang Gon sees his bruised face and completely panics. Dad, are you okay? He just waves it off, signaling that everything is totally fine. But Kang Gon's mom? Her eyes are literally burning with rage. Inside, his dad is furiously typing. Now pay attention here. That arrogant chairman just crossed the underworld's most legendary hacker. You bastard, I will show you exactly who you messed with. Fast forward to tomorrow. The chairman is just chilling, drinking tea in his office. Suddenly, his assistant bursts through the door, totally panicking. Sir, we have a massive problem. The chairman narrows his eyes, clearly annoyed. Do you not know how to knock? Why the panic? The assistant stammers in absolute fear. All of our company servers are completely dead. What? What is it doing about it? IT's computers are wiped out too. Every single service portal is totally paralyzed. Customers are spamming refund requests through all our sales links. Goodbye, calm chairman. He immediately grabs his phone and frantically calls his top staff, demanding answers. The voice on the other end screams back, Chairman, we have a huge disaster. The bank just called us, saying every single account we own has been frozen. What? Hearing this, the panic finally sets into his arrogant eyes. By nighttime, you and I both thought the hack was enough, right? Think again. The door slowly pushes open. Thinking it is his lackey, he asks, Any updates on fixing this mess? What did the bank tell you? Zero response. He turns around. Standing right there is Kang Gon's mom. Only now she drops the sweet, innocent housewife act completely. She looks dangerous. The chairman looks up, demanding to know her. Are the guards letting street vendors in? She smirks. I put them all to sleep. And just so you know, every security camera is disabled. He angrily stands up. What the hell is this crazy lady saying? I have enough problems already. But before he finishes, she strikes. One clean move. She easily subdues the chairman, pinning him down completely paralyzed. She casually pulls a hidden syringe from her coat. Know who you just messed with? Normally I just kill them. You should be extremely grateful to him. I promised him no more killing. Boom. She directly stabs the syringe into his neck. 3-year coma until graduation. Trust me, you never cross this family. The next day, stick with me here. Gon grabs his backpack, turns to his parents, and says he is leaving. They tell him to have a great day, but then he spots a nasty bruise on his dad. Guilt instantly hits him hard. He apologizes, thinking this whole mess is completely his fault. His mom just laughs it off and waves her hand. Oh boy, you have nothing to worry about. We took care of everything, so just focus on school. Soon after, Kang Gon arrives at his classroom. Seeing him walk in, Lara actually gives him a super friendly and welcoming wave. He thinks to himself, so this is South Korea. Parents instantly meddle in their kids' business here. Not easy. Not easy at all. Suddenly, Jin Suk speaks up from the desk right next to him. Hey, did you hear the crazy news? Woo Young's dad completely collapsed out of nowhere. Rumor says his company is tanking hard too. A stroke or heart attack. Something like that. Now watch closely. Kang Gon instantly remembers his mom telling him that his parents already handled everything for him. He shakes his head. No way. That is impossible. Just then, Lara walks over to chat again. What are you doing this weekend? Let us invite him too. Come to my birthday party, okay? He asks, a birthday party? Yeah, it is for my birthday. Are you coming? Yeah, I will be there. She waves happily. Awesome, I will text you the address. A few minutes later, Woo Young walks into class. Lara asks him, Woo Young, is your dad doing okay? But he just walks right past her, totally silent. He sits in the back row, one desk away from Jin Suk. He stays completely mute for the entire class. Time flies by, and school is over. Just as Kang Gon gets ready to leave, 3 classmates call his name. Heading home alone today? Classmates? He thinks for a quick second before replying, yeah, I guess so. Then come with us. We are taking the bus. The girl in the group introduces herself. I am Shin Hyun. This is Seo Jong-jun. He replies back. Really nice to meet you. And this is my absolute best friend, Kwani Joy. So nice to finally meet you, Gon. We really want to be friends with you too. Great to meet all of you guys. Which way is your house? He answers, Bampo Blue Tower. Hearing that, all 3 drop their jaws in pure shock. You must be insanely rich. That is the most expensive apartment complex there. It is just my parents' place. Even so, that is still amazing. Our cram school is actually right around that area too. So we can ride the bus together? Exactly. And there is a super delicious tteokbokki spot right outside the academy. You and I know what's coming. Want to eat together? Tteokbokki? The glasses guy suddenly looks intensely serious. Nobody can ever refuse this dish. The 4 of them head right into a spicy rice cake restaurant near school. After waiting just a little bit, the food arrives. The table is completely packed with every single dish. It is so good, You definitely will not be disappointed. Alright, thank you so much for the meal. As expected, this tteokbokki is absolutely top tier. Just then, noticing that he hasn't even touched his chopsticks, Jin-sun asks, "Do not tell me this is your very first time eating tteokbokki." No, of course it is not. He instantly tries to hide his awkward panic by grabbing a bright red, super spicy piece of rice cake and shoving it right into his mouth. But he completely miscalculated. The flavor is so insanely spicy, it practically makes him breathe fire. His wild reaction makes the entire group absolutely lose it and burst out laughing. Only after chugging a freezing glass of water does his burning throat calm down. They start opening up. "Honestly, I am actually a little bit surprised right now. I totally thought you would never hang out with us. Because right after you transferred here, you instantly clicked with guys like Jin-suk and Yu Ian. We are in the special class too, but we are different. I do not really get it. Can you explain a bit more? Look at Ara's friend group or Jin-suk's squad, we just feel a little inferior to them. But our Yu Ian has never once lost the #1 rank in the whole school. Pretty impressive stuff, right? Honestly, all those other guys are going to study abroad anyway, so me keeping first place is basically just the default. Kang Gon thinks they aren't in the files. So here's what we learned. These are just totally normal high school kids. Alright, stick with me. You're about to watch a classic cafe confrontation. Someone suddenly shouts, making heads turn. A bunch of high schoolers just walked in. Rich kids from the International Academy. Hanging out in our spot again? Why are these wealthy punks sneaking in here to start some trouble? This place is already packed. And now you guys want to steal seats from us, commoners? Hey, when someone asks a question, answer them. The kid with glasses stands right up. Come on guys, let's just go. But the thug blocks his path. You think you're just leaving? We finished eating, so we were just giving up the table. He squints with a dirty smirk. Not that easy. You little punks are rich kids, right? Then he drops a heavy hand on the glasses kid's shoulder, his voice completely threatening. Treat us to a meal. Seeing this, Kang Gon immediately slaps his hand away. What, are you guys just beggars? The thug is totally stunned by that, then angrily yanks his hand back from our MC. A black-haired punk in the gang speaks up. I thought your school only had well-behaved little kids. Turns out some actually talk back? Usually, I just have to drop a light threat to collect my pocket money. Kang Gon casually replies, well, you guys aren't beggars. That just means you're straight-up robbers then. Stop beating around the bush. Pay for this meal and get lost. Do that, and you can keep going to cram school peacefully. But since you talked back, I can't let this slide. Let's step outside and chat. Suddenly, Shin trembling speaks up, saying he will just pay it. He just transferred, so he doesn't know better. The black-haired guy sneers coldly. What's the plan now? Trying to act all tough here, but nothing bad is going to happen, so don't worry. Now watch this closely, the perfect bait. Kang Gon pulls out stacks of cash. I'm rich, living in the penthouse blue tower. Do you want to talk now? A little while later, the whole group gathers in an empty, isolated alley. Kang Gon looks around, thinking to himself, there are probably cameras here. On the other side, the punks start plotting. Why is this guy acting so confident? He said he'd give us pocket money, so whatever, right? Yeah, true. Kang Gon plays it out in his mind. He is totally ready to beat them to a pulp, but he can't do that. Too many classmates are watching right now. Gotta be super careful here. Then one punk stretches his neck and steps right up. Do you even know who we are? We are the Seoul Sports High boxing team, you bastard. He throws a heavy punch straight at Kang Gon, but our MC dodges it with zero effort. He just looks at them. You guys are actual athletes? The guy gets furious and attacks again. You absolute jerk. But this time, it's Kang Gon's turn to strike. With just one single right hook, he instantly sends that punk straight to the floor, gasping for air. You and I both knew he was strong, but one hit? The leader is stunned, while his gang screams, you're dead. Suddenly the black-haired leader barks out, nobody move. He glares at Kang Gon. You know Gu Yong, right? That guy used to run in my crew. Seems like Gu Yong hasn't taught you a proper lesson yet. He lowers his voice to threaten him. Just hand over 500,000 won every single month, and we won't lay a finger on anyone at your school. So what do you say? Kang Gon thinks to himself, is this trash really the most dangerous one? Without waiting for an answer, he takes a fighting stance. If you need some time to think about it, maybe a severe beating will help your brain work faster. After saying that, he instantly rushes in to attack Kang Gon. Even though his punching speed is incredibly fast, our main character still manages to dodge every single strike with absolute smoothness. He even predicts some moves before they fully launch, effortlessly using his leg to completely block and neutralize the attack. Like it's nothing at all. The thug furiously screams out, "You bastard! You really need to be taught a lesson." The fight is getting insanely intense right now when the police suddenly show up out of nowhere. What exactly are you kids doing over there? Seeing the cops, the gang panics, shoves the officers out of the way, and scrambles to escape. But before the black-haired leader can run, our MC snipes him right in the head with a Samsung phone. And trust me, we just saw karma hit harder than that phone as he faceplants. Soon, they're all at the station. Meanwhile, Kang Gon's friends are busy explaining the entire crazy situation to the police officers. Alright, let's jump in. The kids swear they weren't really brawling at the snack shop. Started what? The angry cop glares at the black-haired guy. Did you actually do this? Robbery is a serious crime. The kid just throws his hands up casually. We just take extra classes together. I just asked to borrow some food money. He refused. The cop sighs. Then why fight? If nobody explains clearly, you are all going to the station to write official statements. Got it? We are the real victims here. The three guys yell, "He beat up our friend." How exactly are you guys the victims? They immediately snap back, because all of you jumped in to beat up Gon. Yeah, exactly. The furious cop slams his hand on the reports. Quiet down. Want to write those statements again? A moment later, a man walks into the police station. Hello, I heard my student is here. The black-haired kid suddenly looks super terrified. Teacher? He gasps out. Yes, sorry, I am his teacher. Hello, sir. Did he commit a really serious crime? Nothing crazy. We only showed up because a local citizen reported the noise. No serious victims either. I will discipline him strictly. Really sorry about this. Yeah. I am a big fan of Mr. Chu Sun-soo. Just keep him out of trouble. Instantly, the teacher pinches the kid's ear. You have a debut match coming up, and you fight civilians? Now watch closely. The teacher locks eyes with Kang Gon, but our boy stares right back. Zero fear. Follow me, you little brat. I can walk myself. 4 guys remain. The cop says they need parents to leave. That night, Kang Gon gets picked up by his dad. At dinner, an intense family meeting starts. Young man, do you know what you did? I am sorry. Honey, they say our son bullied someone, but still, this is completely unacceptable. You should have handled it before the cops. South Korea is an information society. Didn't I tell you everything is recorded? Look. Kang Gon drops his head. I am sorry. His mom gently holds his hand. Don't be sad, son. Everything is over now. South Korea is complicated. How much longer will you keep showing such pathetic weakness? Kang Gon replies with a dead serious tone. No, sir. This will never happen again. Starting today, I am taking the bus. Do not pick me up. Next day at school, Kang Gon accidentally spots Woo Young talking to the very same guy he knocked out yesterday. The moment that kid sees Kang Gon, he panics and instantly runs for his life. He turns to Woo Young. Do you actually know those guys? The guy just replies, none of your business. He walks away without even glancing at him. Right after that, Kang Gon bumps into his 3 new friends from yesterday. But Jin Suk catches this exact moment in the classroom. He casually asks, why hang with them? Is there a problem? We are all classmates. Jin Suk sneers, friends should share the same social class. I know what you are thinking, total snob, right? Hanging with trash just lowers your standards. Kang Gon is totally confused by whatever this arrogant guy is saying. Jin Suk just drops a warning. Do whatever you want. Just do not become an absolute eyesore. Got it? Later on, Kang Gon gets a text message from Lara. Party location is Heaton Hotel. A map address is pinned right below the text. He glances up and sees Lara holding her phone, giving him a sweet smile. He raises his phone, returning a polite little smile. Seeing this happen, Jin Suk coldly scoffs. By lunchtime, Kang Gon is basically doing a mukbang on his meal in the school cafeteria. As expected from a noble academy, the food meets high-tier rich kid standards. Every single dish is delicious and packed with nutrition. He cannot stop eating like he was starved. His friends try to approach, but see Jin Suk and bail. Trust me, trouble is definitely brewing here. Let's dive in. Jin Suk slams his tray down. Don't show any weakness. You're acting way too soft, so these losers cling to you like starving leeches. Those broke kids are literally acting like hungry hyenas. Before he can even finish his rant, Liara walks up. Hey Gon, did you check Kakao Talk? You seriously have to come to my birthday party this weekend. Kang Gon smiles. Got it. With him there, it's bound to be a total blast. You are totally on Ara's radar now. Jin Suk absolutely loses it, slamming the table and standing right up. Lost my appetite, just clear this away. Seeing this, Kang Gon gets seriously furious. But not because of his garbage attitude, it's because he just wasted perfectly good food. Rich capitalist jerk. Wasting food like this is a crime. What now? Should I just eat it myself? After school finally ends, Kang Gon is about to head home with his new squad, but runs straight into Jin Suk. Get in the car, I'll drive you. He declines. Nope, taking the bus today. Jin Suk glares back. I said get in, do you hear me? Seeing his friends looking completely terrified in the background, he caves. Fine, whatever. Now pay attention here. Inside the ride, Jin Suk snaps. Didn't I just tell you to drop those pathetic losers? He wonders, why is this guy suddenly barking at me? And also, absolutely do not go to Ara's birthday party. I already told you, do not become a thorn in someone else's side. Don't you get it? Kang Gon is totally clueless. It pisses me off seeing you and Ara getting so close. What the heck? What kind of pure nonsense is he spouting? My family and Ara's family are super tight. Kang Gon thinks, oh, like high society networking? Is this some kind of rich kid code? Jin Suk continues. The girl who will eventually be mine is paying attention to trash like you, so yeah, my pride is taking a massive hit. Seeing zero reaction, he asks, what? Are you mad about it? Kang Gon just stares. So wait, because of that petty reason, you want to deal with me? Just let me out right here. Jin Suk frowns, his eyes flashing with pure annoyance. Are you seriously talking back to me? He glares hard. Stop the car right now. Meeting that intense gaze, Jin Suk completely freezes up. Stepping out of the ride, he turns back to drop one line. Friends really shouldn't treat each other like this. Inside the car, Jin Suk loses his mind, screaming at his bodyguard. You saw that coming, right? Take that punk out. Erase him. But the bodyguard just sighs. Not my job. What? Do you want to get fired right this second? My boss isn't you, young master. It's your father. Jin Suk violently rips his phone out. You absolute dog. A servant should always follow his master's direct orders. Hello, Dad? This useless bodyguard isn't listening to me. Then he shoves the phone right at the guy's face. Here, listen. Yes, I got it, sir. Yes, understood completely. After that, the bodyguard steps out to call Kang Gon back. Hey kid, turn around and apologize for what you did wrong right now. I really don't want rumors about me hitting a minor. That kid is honestly just kind of pathetic. What did I even do wrong to apologize? Look, this isn't about right or wrong. It's about who holds the power. Kang Gon casually replies, Is that so? Then I definitely do not need to say sorry. Too many people are watching, plus there are cameras. Is this really okay? He points away. Just follow me over there. I see a spot over there with 0-foot traffic, but his eyes are slowly turning dead cold. Let's finish talking over there. But major plot twist, the bodyguard doesn't actually follow Kang Gon. He just heads right back to the car and jumps into the driver's seat. Jin Suk furiously yells, What are you doing? I told you to teach that trash a hard lesson. But too many people are watching. Plus, there are cameras. He furiously grabs the bodyguard's shirt. What the hell are you even saying? You're supposed to drag him away and beat him. Sir, I cannot leave my VIP target's side at all. You call that an excuse? Get out there right now and handle him. Your father said there isn't much time before the big election. So what do you and I take from this? He said be careful. Don't trigger unnecessary drama. Let's jump right back in. If you schedule another day, I will talk to him. Hearing that, Jin Suk is absolutely fuming on the inside. But in the end, he still does not dare to disobey his own dad. I hate every single one of you. After that, Kang Gon heads straight back home. But lurking right behind a nearby wall, someone is quietly watching his every move. It is that black-haired guy from the bully squad yesterday. He is currently whispering to someone on his cell phone. Does this loser actually live around here? Seeing Kang Gon approach, he instantly steps out from the shadows. We are definitely not done talking, got it? Wait, who is this kid? On the phone screen is a picture of Glasses Boy, already captured by his gang. Follow me, you punk. Exactly 30 minutes later, Kang Gon gets dragged to a completely abandoned factory. He quickly spots his friend with glasses trembling in pure terror over there, huddled up in a corner. The black-haired punk turns and smirks. I honestly thought you would not show up. What business do we even have with trash like you? Let him go, he glares at Glasses Boy. You already know what happens to you if you dare call the cops on us. Those girls you hang with will get dragged into this too, understand? Gon, I am so sorry. He pats his shoulder to comfort him. Just stay right here. I got this. Right after saying that, watch this part closely. Kang Gon instantly launches forward with insane lightning speed. Just in a flash, the black-haired guy gets punched straight into the wall, moving so incredibly fast that the rest of his gang literally cannot even react. After that, he casually takes down every single one of them. One punch each, dropping them flat on the concrete instantly. Finally, only this one blonde guy is left standing. He is so completely terrified that he screams, "What the hell even are you, bastard?" His reward is getting punched in the face so hard by Kang Gon. Right then, the black-haired punk finally regains consciousness. Seeing his entire squad wiped out, his face goes completely pale with pure fear. Kang Gon stares coldly at the defeated thugs. If I just leave things like this, you pathetic guys will keep bothering us later, right? Kang Gon scans the room for a second. He spots a few wooden planks on the ground, so he grabs one thick plank and casually snaps it. He pulls a few sharp, nasty splinters out from the broken end, and then carelessly tosses the rest of the wood behind him. Even though the black-haired guy is shaking, he still acts tough. I will definitely not let this slide, you bastard. Before he can even finish his sentence, Kang Gon violently slams him straight onto the floor. You said you knew how to box, right? He casually says while crushing the bully's hand, then slowly brings that sharp wooden splinter right down to his fingers. Dongjun, wait for me outside, okay? Once his friend steps out, you know exactly what is coming next. The real revenge starts now. If you ever dare to touch my friend again, I will show you exactly what happens to guys like you. Right after that, a horrifying scream echoes through the empty factory, making Dongjun completely shiver outside. Yep, that sharp wooden splinter got shoved straight under his pinky fingernail, and the blood is pouring out. The thug is in so much agony that he is openly sobbing. Kang Gon coldly warns him. It is just one this time, and just 3 centimeters into the pinky nail. Nothing too crazy. But if you ever hang around us again, the rest of these splinters are going into every single finger and toenail you have. Are we completely clear? Once Kang Gon finally leaves, the fake unconscious thugs softly whisper to each other. Is that absolute monster finally gone? He is so freaking terrifying. Meanwhile, Kang Gon is just walking away thinking, was I a bit too harsh? They are technically still just kids after all. Once he steps completely outside, he turns to his friend. You will never have to worry about them again. He throws an arm around his shoulder. Got it? Keep what happened today a secret. Have you grabbed anything to eat yet? Nope. Want to go grab some spicy rice cakes? That spot is amazing. The very next day at school, Dongjun still seems a little bit terrified whenever he talks to Kang Gon now. The OP hero just sighs. Whatever, the problem is handled. So what do you and I think happens next? Jin Suk suddenly approaches. Yu Yong, let's dive right back into the action. Clear the gym tonight. He turns back, flashing this wildly arrogant smirk. Kang Gon thinks to himself, well, things just got a whole lot easier. But then Jin Suk drops that demand to clear out the entire gym tonight, and Yu Yong straight up refuses. You know my dad is in the hospital, right? I do not want to deal with this garbage right now. Hearing this, Kang Gon immediately throws out a taunt. Things not going your way, huh? You absolute bastard. Just wait until I find a proper spot. I get it. His totally reckless attitude makes the guy furious, but his hands are completely tied here. Kang Gon steps right up to Yu Yong. Why did you just do that? Dongjun does not even give him a chance to explain. He just grabs his shoulder hard, throwing a threat. Do not ever touch them again, understood? And let me use the gym for today, because I need to settle this hierarchy problem right here and now. As he speaks, his eyes dart over to Jin Suk. Meanwhile, outside the gym, the bodyguard stands waiting next to the yellow car. He sighs to himself, I really have to beat up some kids again. But to be fair, these punks are not exactly normal children. Oh really? Then I guess I do not need to apologize. Now watch closely, things are heating up. No matter what, I absolutely cannot lose to a high schooler. Right then, someone walks up from a distance. The bodyguard immediately flinches when he recognizes a familiar face. Long time no see. I heard you quit your job at the company. The bodyguard quickly bows his head to apologize, but the man just waves it off. What is there to apologize for? It is just business. With our terrible paychecks, I totally get it. How is your mother doing these days? Wait, you knew about that? Of course I knew. You were easily one of our best young agents. So your sudden resignation was super suspicious. I am so sorry. I heard you went overseas, so I really could not reach out. My mission had no clear return date, so it is what it is. But why are you here? You know how it is. This whole thing involves national security. Sorry, I guess being in the civilian world too long made me lose my edge. Not at all. I actually wanted to ask you about this anyway. You know about Chairman Hoang, right? The bodyguard nods. I read the news. He fell into a coma from a brain hemorrhage. Yes, exactly. But the orders keep coming down from the absolute top brass. The bodyguard looks shocked. Say what? They are saying Shadow might be behind this. Shadow? You do not mean the legendary Shadow, do you? That is not all. Think about the recent attacks, the arson, and the hacks. The man frowns deeply. They suspect the North is responsible. You have heard the rumors too, right? That Zero operates from the North? You and I both know that name, right? Sweating, the bodyguard asks. The hacker Zero? The man finds this completely absurd. Shadow vanished 15 years ago. Now he suddenly shows up out of nowhere, only to target some average corporate executive, not the president, not the prime minister, just him. Plus, Zero is a hacker hunted worldwide. Why would he waste his time attacking a rank 30 company on the market? His eyes narrow intensely. For what? What is the actual goal here? It does not make any logical sense. Finally, he gives the bodyguard a solid pat on the shoulder. Anyway, it was great seeing you again. I will write my report and head back overseas for my mission. The bodyguard thinks, I was happy to see you too. I hope you have a long, healthy retirement. Besides, Shadow and Zero, there is no way those actual legends are hanging around in Korea. Shortly after, the three of them enter the octagon. Kang Gon is strapping on his gloves. Meanwhile, Jin Suk looks absolutely thrilled, thinking he is finally about to get his sweet revenge on him. The bodyguard, though, is lost in his own dark thoughts. I am so pathetic, even if it is just for the money. It is definitely time to quit. Woo Young tells them, I am out of here. Jin Suk asks, why leave so early? Stay and watch this play out. I lent you the gym and gave you a ride. That is more than enough. Are you still mad? Listen, after I completely crush this guy, come back and be my right hand again. But Woo Young just replies with pure ice, I have zero interest in that. Seeing this, he cannot help but curse under his breath. What an absolute ungrateful bastard. And that is where we leave it. Kang Gon suddenly turns to Jin Suk. If I beat that guy, stick with me here. He asks the guy to be his lackey, making him absolutely furious. But without waiting for a reaction, our main character speaks up. You keep bringing stronger guys, and then even stronger ones after that. When does it end? Fighting right here is pointless. Fine. Jin Suk confidently declares that there is no way he can win this. He adds that his personal bodyguard used to be a national intelligence agent. Kang Gon just frowns. Oh, really? Well then, this is going to be incredibly fun. The bodyguard looks at him. Apologize to Jin Suk right now, and I will pretend this whole thing never happened. He suddenly fires back. Do you have absolutely zero self-respect? A former secret agent beating up high school kids just to make a quick buck? From your perspective, I guess it looks exactly like that. I do not want to fight, which is why I am giving you a chance to walk away. And if I refuse? Then there is no other choice. I will hold back, so try not to get hurt. If you charge at me with some amateur martial arts tricks, you are going down hard. Now watch closely, because the action explodes here. Before finishing, Kang Gon launches a vicious kick. The bodyguard's reflexes are top tier, dodging it in a flash. But that was just a simple probing attack from Kang Gon. He instantly spins and delivers another, much heavier kick. Sure enough, the bodyguard blocks it this time, but he clearly struggles to hold his ground. He silently realizes Kang Gon is way faster and stronger than expected. Seeing this absolute power, Jin Suk stops running his mouth and just watches in complete silence. The bodyguard warns Kang Gon again. But if you rush me with those flashy, amateur martial arts, you are going to get injured. Kang Gon thinks to himself. His reflexes are seriously next level. Should I pretend to take a few hits and lose? Jin Suk screams out, why are you just standing there? Crush him already. Kang Gon drops into a combat stance. A former Korean Taekwondo champion, right? Let us see what your actual skills look like. He immediately attacks, but the bodyguard effortlessly dodges. Looking at Kang Gon's fingers, he is completely caught off guard. Wait, was not that strike aimed right at his eyes? The two fighters start trading heavy blows back and forth. The bodyguard grabs Kang Gon's collar, attempting a brutal sideways throw. but Kang Gon perfectly counters the grapple using his leg. Then he immediately takes the opening to strike, landing a direct hit right under the guy's arm. The bodyguard clutches his injury, his face twisted in pure agony. You see it too, right? What is this guy? This is definitely not your normal martial arts. Meanwhile, Kang Gon thinks to himself, it seems if I only use half my strength, he will never go down. Seeing them pause, Jin Suk furiously screams out, "What the hell are you doing? I told you not to hold back, just kill him already." But the second Kang Gon turns around and shoots him a death glare. He instantly shuts his mouth. The fight continues. The bodyguard rushes in, launching a relentless barrage of attacks. But Kang Gon effortlessly deflects and counters every single strike. In a flash, Kang Gon completely shifts his weight, locking the guy's neck to pin him down. But it looks like this move barely even phases the tough bodyguard. The two fighters separate once again. He thinks he actually tanked that hit. Then he asks out loud, "You haven't thrown a real punch yet, right? Now you know you are not skilled enough to be holding back against me, right?" He actually realized that? The bodyguard replies, "I apologize for underestimating you just now. Just because you are a high schooler. So, are you going to fight seriously now?" Shockingly, the bodyguard just tells Kang Gon, "I lose. I have been defeated, so you do not need to apologize." Jin Suk is furious. "What are you talking about? Fight with everything you have. What do you mean? Do you want to get fired?" The bodyguard coldly replies, "You need to stop this too. I will submit my resignation right now." But before leaving, he makes sure to tell Kang Gon one last thing. "I want a proper rematch with you in the future. Of course, outside of the official ring, if the two of us ever get another chance." Hearing this, Kang Gon just smiles without saying a word. That is where we leave it. Now it is just him and Jin Suk alone. Time to have a little chat. Stick with me here, because we are diving right into some classic rich kid trash. He screams, "Do you know who my dad is?" Oh, of course he knows. The Liberal Party presidential candidate. Rumor has it that in just 6 months, this guy is going to become the president of the entire country. So listen up, if you even dare touch me. But the second Kang Gon just slightly raises his arm, yeah, the bully completely loses his voice. Kang Gon just stares, thinking about how this pathetic little brat keeps hiding behind his daddy. A total spoiled loser. Should he just end this guy right here and now? I mean, the kid did buy him barbecue once. Seeing Kang Gon hesitate, this idiot actually thinks he is scared. He smirks, "Smart choice, you absolute bastard. If you do not listen to me." But boom, Kang Gon suddenly grabs him right by the face. "Are you always this pathetic and cowardly?" Even while shaking, the bully desperately tries to act tough. "You are the one who is terrified, right? Just like I thought. You do not have the guts to touch me. Is that right?" With those two words, his grip slowly tightens. Feeling that crushing pressure, Jin Suk starts stuttering hard. "I cannot breathe." That bone-crushing pain instantly makes the arrogant jerk cry actual tears of regret. Now, watch what happens next. Having proved his point, Kang Gon lets go. That is enough for you to understand. But Jin Suk still refuses to back down. "You bastard, I am telling my dad. One word from him, and trash like you little rat, I will end you." But yeah, literally seconds later, reality hits and he completely gives up. "I am done, I swear." Kang Gon just stares right at him. "Still got some fire in those eyes, huh? Looks like you are just going to cause more trouble. Listen closely. I can make you suffer absolute rock-bottom agony without leaving a single visible scratch on you. I can easily turn every single school day into a living hell. Of course, you will not just take it. You will probably use all that daddy money and power you brag about to try and get revenge. Am I wrong about that? And when that moment finally happens, do you think I will shake in fear? Do you honestly think I look like that kind of guy?" Then Kang Gon glares straight into his pathetic face. "I came to this country just to make some friends, study super hard, get accepted into a really top-tier university, then land an awesome job, and eventually climb to the very top." Go Jin Suk thinks to himself, "You bastard, you are completely dead." Kang Gon continues, "You really think I will just let you off? That is the path I have to take, no matter what it costs. You and I both feel that chill. And if you block my path..." Jin Suk suddenly realizes he is nothing but a tiny, worthless insect that cannot possibly escape from this monster's grip. Just then, Yu Eong suddenly turns back around, forcing him to finally drop the bully. "Is this the exact kind of trash you guys always pull? I will personally make sure this never happens again." Watching those punks run away, he wonders to himself, Was that warning really enough? Honestly, it still feels a little lacking. The next day, at Seoul International School, Kang Gon strolls into class only to notice that his new punching bag is missing. Is Go Jin-suk really not showing up today? Maybe I should have just finished him off completely. Suddenly, Liana asks him, "You are still coming to my birthday party tomorrow, right? You better be there." He flashes a warm smile. "Of course I am." Meanwhile, back over at Jin-suk's massive mansion, "Dad, I am telling you, your own son got brutally beaten. He just keeps whining and screaming at his dad. Dad, please do something." This tired-looking man is the chairman of the Liberal Party, Go Yongchang himself. He just rubs his temples, completely exhausted, and sighs. "Seriously? You are already skipping school, and now you pull this nonsense. What are you even doing? I already told you, that crazy lunatic beat me half to death. I swear I literally almost suffocated and died right there. Stop exaggerating. You do not even have a single visible scratch on you." He nervously looks away. "Dad, are you actually joking right now? You are not some little elementary school kid anymore. Every time you lose a fight, are you going to run home crying to Daddy? I am completely serious. I am so terrified I cannot even go back to school. Then why do you not just take this opportunity to go to America and study abroad with your older sister? Fine." Right after that, the chairman calls someone else into the room. Surprisingly, it is his personal bodyguard. "Han, you finally made it?" Seeing him walk in, Jin-suk absolutely loses his mind and starts screaming. "He completely abandoned me. That is why I got beaten to a pulp. And that is where we leave it, trust me. You are going to want to see what happens next. Let's jump right into the drama." The dad screams, "Shut up. Do you know how much effort I spent to finally get Agent Han here? If you don't know any better, at least show some respect. Sorry about him. I spoiled my youngest too much, raised him like a prince, so now he's just an immature brat." Han replies, "Just like you said before, if I am going to keep protecting your son, I expect to be paid fairly. No, it is not like that. I am genuinely just curious, because it keeps bothering me. Do you know anything at all about my son getting beaten up? How could you let him get hit right in front of you?" Han doesn't hide it. He just admits, "That is the truth. Dad, I told you it really happened." "Yes, it did." Then Han looks right at him with a dead serious tone. "I strongly advise you. It is best to avoid clashing with that high schooler." The father asks why in pure shock. Han answers honestly, "Because even I am not completely sure I could beat him, not without using weapons." Hearing this, the dad turns to Jin-suk. "The election is less than 6 months away. Do you have any idea how many politicians have completely ruined their entire careers over school violence scandals involving their kids? Do you want that exact same thing happening to your father? Plus, if that kid is actually strong enough to rival Agent Han, you really need to make him your ally. If you cannot even handle a simple thing like that, how will you ever follow me into politics?" But Jin-suk is still stubborn. "It is not that. He just acts so incredibly arrogant. That is enough. I do not have time to listen to you whine anymore." He makes his final decision. This mess ends here. Period. Scene cuts to the Hwan Hotel. Now pay attention here. Kang Gon is walking around checking his phone. "Isn't this where Go Jin-suk treated us to barbecue last time?" Seeing him show up, a staff member quickly announces, "You actually arrived 30 minutes early. We are still preparing things. I came early so I wouldn't be late." He thinks to himself, "How does this guy know me? Investigated me? Please head inside and wait for a bit." Compared to his last visit, the interior looks completely different now. Liara is already inside waiting for Gon. "Oh, you are here so early. Well, how do I look? Am I pretty?" He instinctively nods his head non-stop. Seeing his reaction, she can't help but laugh out loud. "Thanks, the others should be arriving soon. Just sit down and wait a second. I need to finish my makeup." After that, Kang Gon walks over to a table and sits down to wait. Over on the other side, some guests are happily chatting away. A little while later, Jin-suk also makes his appearance at the party. Spotting him, the crowd quickly rushes over to strike up a conversation. "Hey Jin-suk, how have you been lately?" Right then, Liara steps up to the podium. "My father was supposed to give a congratulatory speech, but he firmly refused. If my dad actually showed up, all the adults would have absolutely swarmed the place. Anyway, I have actually prepared a super special, highly exclusive event for all of you today. I guarantee you will be completely blown away. A once-in-a-lifetime event that literally nobody here will ever forget." Kang Gon sits alone in a corner, thinking, "I am still not used to this kind of atmosphere at all." Suddenly, a beautiful girl walks through the doors. Seeing her arrive, Liara hurriedly runs straight over, greeting her with a super friendly voice. The other guests quickly step up to say hello too. With everyone gone, Jin-suk starts bragging again. You and I know this guy never learns. Pretty soon that seat is going to belong to me. You know that, right? Although it is not too late, if you just beg me on your knees for forgiveness. But the second Kang Gon casually raises his hand, the arrogant punk gets terrified, falling straight to the floor. Then, the room goes completely pitch black. He panics and thinks to himself, what is going on? A random power outage here in South Korea? What the heck is this? A terrorist attack or a hostage situation? Who is the target? Haven't the bodyguards arrived yet? Spotting a dark shadow creeping closer toward the two girls, Kang Gon springs right into action. Why is Ara the target? Do not interfere with my mission. Trust me, you and I aren't ready for this. Alright, stick with me here. He pins the guy down, but when those lights turn on, it turns out to be just a regular dude getting ready to hand over some flowers. Everyone in the room just stares at him, their eyes completely wide with pure shock. Kang Gon panics and quickly lets the guy go. The poor man stammers out an explanation. I am only here to celebrate Lady Ara turning 18 today. Just a birthday surprise. I will now start the special 9-voice performance. Suddenly, the background music starts blasting. Kang Gon realizes he just tackled a performer. Meanwhile, across the room, Lee Ara is glaring at him with absolute fury. The party ends, and he walks home completely alone. He regrets everything, just smacking his own head in pure frustration. Why did that even happen? Who expects a random hostage situation in the middle of South Korea? He remembers Lee Ara blowing up at him. Do you have any idea how hard it was to book them? Hey, enough already, Ara. But honestly, wasn't that pretty awesome? Awesome? What are you talking about? The 9-voice leader literally ran away crying. Another girl immediately steps up to defend Kang Gon. Wait, didn't he literally jump in to save you? Now pay attention here. What if that wasn't a flower? What if it was a real kidnapping? Think about how insanely dangerous that would be. Yet he didn't even hesitate to rush in and protect you. That is actually super cool, right? Lee Ara thinks about it and realizes it actually makes sense. Both girls just laugh, looking over at him. He is completely confused. By the way, that girl? She is Han Juju, daughter of the current South Korean president. The very next day at Seoul International High School, the second Kang Gon shows up. A massive crowd of girls surrounds him. You were so cool yesterday. Are you some kind of flirting master? So everything is perfectly settled now, right? Wait, is today going to be your first real official date together? Ara waves her hands and laughs. Oh gosh, it is not like that. Back at his desk, Jin-suk sneers. Know your place, loser. You ruined Ara's birthday party. What, are you trying to pick a fight with me now? Just try it, punk. But the moment Kang Gon stretches his arm out, the bully jumps back like a scared cat. Everyone else watching this embarrassing scene unfold is completely baffled by his reaction. He asks him directly, do you really like Ara that much? If so, be a man and just say it. Stop making all these weird excuses and causing annoying problems for everyone around you. Midterms are coming up really soon, so do not mess with me. His goal? First place. You and I both know he is ready. Blink, and it is exam day. Sitting in class, Kang Gon is hyper-focused on his test. His pen just flies across the paper, filling line after line, moving so incredibly fast that people actually turn around to look. When the final rankings drop, the results definitely do not disappoint him. First place, Kang Gon. Second, Shin Zuna. Third, Jang Dong-gu. So far, everything is going incredibly well. We cut straight to the busy Incheon International Airport. The Asian International Math Olympiad is happening in Jeju. Kang Gon is officially participating as the proud representative of his school, and Han Juju is coming along too. This is an absolutely perfect opportunity. Luckily, after that crazy flower incident, his relationship with her has actually been pretty solid lately. Spotting him, Han Juju walks right over to say hi. Great to see you. How have you been? Doing great, senior. Hey, if anything bad happens today, you will protect me again, right, my dark knight? Then she cheers everyone up, telling them not to stress too much. Yeah, we are representing South Korea. Let's give it our absolute best. The whole group loudly yells out together, yes. Kang Gon silently looks around the area. He secretly counts them in his head 10 people total. Those are all Han Juju's bodyguards. Among them is this one guy with a massive scar, who immediately gives him intense pressure. The look in this guy's eyes is absolutely not normal at all. Kang Gon quickly avoids his heavy gaze, not even daring to look the man straight in the eye. It's truly a level 0 event, with absolutely zero risks involved. The 11th Asian Math Olympiad, officially sponsored by the massive Sunshine Group. Their teacher says, to go rest up, trust me, you will want to see what happens next. Let's dive right in. The huge 2-day academic competition officially starts tomorrow. And yeah, the final day is for sightseeing. You all know the drill. Winning this thing gives a massive point boost for your university applications. So give it absolutely everything you have got. I have to win to get into a top-tier college. Dude, why are you suddenly so fired up about this? Obviously, I need to win, but it is going to be brutal. Your opponents include the crazy smart juniors and seniors too, remember? Wow, are you really that confident? Math is a total breeze for me anyway. He couldn't help but flash back to his intense combat training days in North Korea. Was it because of that dream? Thinking about the past again. Meanwhile, the older guy who previously spoke with Han shows up too. He just got some alarming intel. Someone is definitely targeting the young miss. 20 minutes ago, he was chatting with the tough, scar-faced bodyguard. I have heard so much about you. You are incredibly talented, yet you just want to stay on the regular bodyguard team? It is an absolute honor, senior. Have you ever considered joining our side of things instead? We are seriously lacking people with the real skills to handle intense field operations lately. If South Korea needs me, just give me a call anytime. You really know how to impress me, kid. Let's talk privately after this mission is completely wrapped up. Understood. I will take my leave now. Z486, double-check the rooftop and emergency stairs immediately. Z3579, verify the head count at every single entrance. Z10, come with me to check the elevators and the 22nd floor. Z4, sweep the young Mrs. room one more time. He couldn't help but think, the rumored Sergeant Kim Hyo. Now here is where we need to pay attention, he muttered. I have a seriously bad feeling about this mission. Even with the entire security squad deployed here, why do I still feel so insanely anxious? Scene shifts over to the hotel. Kang Gon actually got roomed with his good friend, the eye patch wearing Dong-gu. He tells him directly, if this is awkward for you, should I just get my own room? No, it is not that. I was just worried you would be uncomfortable. We are buddies, man. Why would it be awkward at all? Let me just take the bed near the window instead. But man, the training here in South Korea, it is completely different from what I was taught. I heard that outside of Seoul, the main capitalist hub, the other regions are super poor and lacking everything. But wait, why am I having such totally disrespectful thoughts? I cannot doubt the motherland. Dong-gu then asks Kang Gon, this is your very first time in Jeju, right? Then let me show you around on our final sightseeing day. There is tons of fun stuff here, and the food is absolutely top tier. Have you been here a bunch of times? Obviously. You just came back from overseas, so you probably would not know. Tons of people from Seoul travel down to Jeju for vacation. It is literally only a 1-hour flight away. Is that so? By the way, you and Jin Seok have been acting pretty weird lately. Did you two fight? It is nothing. Just noticed you guys have not been talking nearly as much as you usually do. So I just wondered. This kid looks so totally innocent on the outside. You seeing this? Turns out he was a thug. South Korea is wild. Hey Dong-gu, I heard both your parents and Jin Seok's parents hold some seriously high-ranking positions. What exactly do your parents do? Have you seen me hanging out with Yuna, Dongjun, and Yeju? I went to get spicy rice cakes with them, and it was so good. Let us go together sometime soon. Especially Yoon. She is an absolute genius at math. You said math was the hardest subject, right? She even got selected for the competition. Seeing his buddy just sitting there quietly, Kang Gon had to take action. I surrender. Listen, this is your absolute perfect chance to get to know Yoona better. Just go sightseeing with me on the last day. I get it, Dong-gu, chill. But he accidentally squeezed a bit too hard and knocked the poor guy out cold. Open your eyes, Dong-gu. That afternoon, the three of them grouped up to study. Dong-gu rubs his aching head, muttering, I do not remember falling asleep. Probably just exhausted. Yeah, true. Wait, a senior did not show up. So what do you and I make of this? Stick with me. These elite students only want top-tier rivals. They definitely hate studying with us. Why does my throat hurt so much? I seriously feel like we are just here to make them look good. With such amazing representatives already here, why did they even bother calling us over? They need something, obviously. Kang Gon casually hands the two of them a thick stack of papers. Wait, This looks exactly like a mock exam, right? These are all international math competition questions from the last 5 years. But wait, these exam papers are strictly prohibited from being leaked. Are you saying you hunted down every single question online and pieced them together? Did you compile this, digging through foreign servers all by yourself? Actually, his hacker dad prepared all of this for him. You absolutely have to win this time, right? If so, let me steal the actual test for you. No need for that. What? Why not? I thought your ultimate goal was to become the champion. No, I can win with my own strength. Oh, really? Then let me help you out. First, we need to pinpoint exactly who makes the test. Then figure out their style and gather similar past questions. Now this is getting interesting. Looking at the crazy intense expression on his face, he could not help but sweat a little. Suddenly, a girl walks right up to their table, speaking in Japanese. Sorry to bother you all. Now pay attention. Kang Gon completely freezes in pure shock. That is number 13. Why on earth is she here? His two friends start whispering. What on earth is she saying? I do not understand Japanese at all. Kang Gon suddenly fires back in fluent Japanese, completely startling them. Did you need us to help with something? Could you just show me where to charge my phone? I only realized it was dead after I arrived. You can charge it over at the convenience store. His friends secretly think to themselves, his communication skills are seriously top tier. He is even completely fluent in Japanese. I am not familiar with these streets. Could you guide me? Not knowing your language makes me a bit nervous. What are you guys discussing? She just asked me to visit the convenience store with her. Stay here and keep solving the questions. I will be right back. If Gon did not know Japanese, what would happen? The two walk toward the beach. Number 13 turns and asks Kang Gon, are you doing well? Our last meeting was 5 whole years ago, right? He does not answer, his mind suddenly overwhelmed with heavy thoughts. Those kids who trained so brutally together, you and I know how suspicious that is, right? One by one, they silently vanished without a single goodbye. Why did they vanish? And where are they now? I used to ask myself those exact questions, but no matter what, I have to find the answer. I do not think they simply escaped or hid away, because surviving in that place was already insanely difficult. Number 13 casually asks him, what is your name? Kang Gon is actually a really great name. His hands clench tight. What about you? How have you been spending your days? Number 13 replies back in fluent Japanese. My name is Tomoe. I am so glad to see you again. It is a bit late. Time to head back. Before he leaves, Tomoe drops a warning. Please be careful. Careful of what? Is this related to a mission? Kang Gon returns to the library. Why so late? Since I was out, I got some fresh air. You sneaky jerk, making us study. Now show us the fast way to solve this. Wait, oh man. Kang Gon, is something wrong? Huh? What do you mean? You just do not look very good right now. Oh, my stomach is acting up a bit. Alright, I need the restroom. You two head home and rest. You already know how to solve these. Do not push yourself too hard just for us. Right. Exactly. Yuna and I will tackle a few more problems before heading out. Yeah, I got it. Kang Gon walks away, his mind racing. Could number 13's new mission actually be targeting number 0? Trust me, you really want to see what happens if number 0 is the actual target. Let's dive right into this spy madness. The higher-ups should have sent orders down to me. Room 1217, the VIP room reserved for number 0. But this place is under heavy guard with strict security everywhere. Honestly, nothing bad is supposed to happen here. Back in his room, he instantly calls his dad. On the other end, the old man is already sitting at his computer screen. My son? Jeju Island must be pretty fun, huh? But Gon replies with a dead serious tone. Comrade Man Gil Kang, were any orders handed down from the party? His dad pauses. Orders? Why are you suddenly asking about that? You really don't know, sir? Explain yourself. Gon brushes it off. Nothing. I'll handle it myself. And just like that, Kang Gon hangs up. Back home, his mom looks worried. Orders? What does he mean? Is something wrong? I think someone tied to the organization showed up near him. That's why the kid is asking. Give me a second. Let's not rush this. First, we need to figure out exactly what the situation is. His fingers fly across the keyboard like lightning. It barely takes any time at all. He completely hacks into the camera system at the hotel where Kang Gon is staying. Found it! The screen instantly lights up, showing clear footage of Kang Gon right there. I know what you're thinking, and yeah, he's not waiting. No orders? He'll confront number 13 directly to verify it himself. Making up his mind, he walks straight to the front desk. How can I help you, sir? Yes, I'm looking for a Japanese friend taking the exam. Her name is Tomoe. Could you check her room number for me? The receptionist shakes his head. Sorry, sir. We are not allowed to leak our guests' personal information under any circumstances here. All right. Then could you please just call her room and ask her to come down? Yes, of course. Please tell her Kang Gon is looking for her. Understood. Please wait a moment. I'm sorry, sir, but she's not picking up. Gon nods. Thanks anyway. Suddenly, his phone rings. Kang Gon picks it up instantly. Yes, Dad? What is the background of this person you are trying to find? Stop searching right now, I asked. Who are they? Her name is Tomo. His dad replies. Room 1110. The 11th floor hallway is completely empty. Head up and just open the door. Got it. Kang Gon rushes straight to room 1110. Finding absolutely no one inside, he pushes the door open and steps in. Comrade Man Jium Kang's skills are seriously top tier. With him on the team, any mission, no matter how impossible, gets done flawlessly. Is number 13 staying here all alone? Where did she go? The layout here is exactly like my own room. While he's looking around the place, he suddenly gets a quick text from his dad. Someone is at the door. The room door clicks open. A guy wearing a hotel staff uniform walks in. But the room is pitch black. Kang Gon can't see the intruder's face clearly. He thinks to himself, is that number 13? No, those footsteps sound way too heavy. And why the hotel staff uniform? Why would an employee just waltz into a guest's room? Is he number 13's assistant? What did he just put on the bed? If he's dropping off items this secretly. Wait for it, guys. Once the guy leaves, Kang Gon slowly approaches the mystery box. Popping it open, he finds 2 literal bombs inside, complete with a live detonator device. He breaks into a cold sweat. Pure madness. This thing alone could wipe out hundreds of people in seconds. Are these really orders from the party? But why? Suddenly, footsteps echo from the hallway. The top Japanese student team is heading back to their rooms. That was fun. I didn't expect Tomoe's Korean to be so good. Crap. Number 13 is back. I need to hide. Fast. Thinking quickly, he snatches the detonator straight out of the box. Tomoe enters her room, and almost instantly, she realizes something suspicious is going on here. Right now, Kang Gon is hiding out on the balcony. He notices Tomoe stepping closer and closer to him. He quickly bites down hard on the detonator and drops down to the lower level, hiding in a blind spot. Tomoe checks, but sees nothing. Stick around to see what's next. All right, stick with me here. Kang Gon uses friction to slide down completely safely. Looking up, he lets out a huge sigh of relief. But suddenly, a man's voice completely interrupts him. Hey student, what exactly are you doing here? The guy narrows his eyes. I will ask again, why are you out here? Kang Gon freezes. He did not sense this guy's aura sneaking up from behind at all. You look super suspicious. What are you doing out at this hour? Uh-oh. Luckily, it seems this guy completely missed him jumping down earlier. So Kang Gon just flips it right back on him. Honestly, you are the one looking suspicious here. Who even are you? I am a 10th grader at Seoul International High School right now. I am just here for the math competition. But you, why are you lurking around? I mean, why would a student taking the exam sneak out to such an empty place at this hour? Sneak? Nobody is sneaking out. I was literally just heading to the convenience store for some late-night snacks. Right at that tense moment, a scarred bodyguard walks up and whispers, Sir, I have an urgent report. Hearing this, the man turns to leave, tossing one final sharp warning at Kang Gon. Hurry back, stop wandering around, Kang Gon breathes. That was almost a massive disaster. He moved way too fast. But seriously, number 13, what kind of crazy orders did you even receive from the higher-ups? Now, pay attention, this is important. He asks the guard. Are you absolutely sure? I just heard an outside threat managed to hack straight into our main hotel server system. And now? That elite hacker completely wiped all their digital footprints and just vanished into thin air. Did you track him down yet? I am sorry, sir. This is way beyond our current security capabilities. Then move the young miss to a safe house immediately. This place has just become a massive danger zone. If she refuses, I will contact upper management myself. Move. Yes, sir. As the guard runs off, he immediately dials a brand new number. Hello, Director. It is the head of Organizing Committee number 3. I just got some alarming intel. They have officially deployed an elite hacker. First off, please ask the young miss to fully cooperate with us right now. just to guarantee her absolute safety. Also contact V. Send Team 3 down here immediately. I need them deployed by dawn at the absolute latest. Among the candidates taking the exam this time, we have the actual son of Shi Yilong right here, the 7th highest ranked member of China's Tsinghua party, plus the daughter of Japan's Deputy Foreign Minister Tanaka, and on top of that, our own young miss. His eyes suddenly turn incredibly sharp and deadly. You feel that tension, right? That alone is enough to fracture diplomatic relations between all three nations. Right? Yes, I completely understand the stakes. I will absolutely make safety our #1 priority here. If necessary, I will just cancel the whole competition. After that, he pulls out a completely different burner phone and starts speaking English to whoever is on the line. John, just like you said, Shadow and Zero might actually be in Korea. Your prediction was spot on. Shadow and Zero have apparently just shown up right here in South Korea. Later that night, Donggu is completely knocked out in their room, leaving Kang Gon trapped deep in thought. Should I ask Comrade Magic Kang to verify this? No. First I need to find number 13 and clarify these party directives right away. If by some crazy chance the party ordered this place destroyed, then this clearly is not just a standard assassination mission anymore. If the Dark Order is actually to wipe out all those innocent kids, then what am I supposed to do? His hands clench into tight, shaking fists. Why the hell are you getting so incredibly anxious about this? Are you really trying to become a traitor right now? You must follow party orders for the absolute greater good. Suddenly, a fast projectile flies straight toward Donggu, right while the poor kid is sleeping on his bed. Kang Gon instantly realizes it is a sleep dart. Tomoe appears right outside the window, whispering calmly, "Just relax. There will be absolutely no killing tonight. Do not worry." This conversation really should not be overheard by anyone else. Right, number 7? I only came here to take back what is mine. Kang Gon demands. Is this really a direct party order? I am asking you, did the party actually issue this command? The party ordered the slaughter of completely innocent people. Answer me right now. Is this a legitimate party order? Because yeah, I need absolute confirmation on this insane mission right now. I will verify this, Tomoe shouts. Enough. And we stop there, trust me, you'll want to see what's next. Alright, stick with me. Her eyes go completely cold. Anyone blocking this mission gets executed right on the spot. Without hesitating, she instantly charges straight at Kang Gon. Yelling at him, "Are you trying to betray your own country?" Whoa, Kang Gon frantically dodges her attack. Just listen to me. Stop talking nonsense. I will personally explain my actions to the party leadership. Have you ever heard of Comrade Manji Umgang? My helper is Comrade Manji Umgang. With no other choice, he physically restrains Tomoe. If I can just find Comrade Manji Umgang, I can contact the high-ranking party leaders. Something is totally off about this mission. Let me check. The orders are exactly the same. No way. I am right here. Why? Why is there a bombing order? But while Kang Gon is distracted, a tranquilizer dart strikes directly into his leg. Right then, a classmate calls out from the hallway. Kang Gon, Donggu, what are you doing? Get out here. Seeing her chance, Tomoe instantly grabs Donggu as a hostage. Hand over the detonator, or this kid dies. You know 2 doses of this will kill him from shock, right? Outside the door, the girl keeps shouting for them. Open up, this is an absolute emergency. Now watch closely. Back inside the room, Kang Gon slowly drops that detonator down, but literally 1 second later, he violently stomps on it. Tomoe screams, "You traitor!" He glares back. If you kill that kid, you die too. Ultimately, Tomoe backs down and spares Donggu. She casually opens the door and walks out, leaving the poor classmate absolutely speechless. She has zero clue what they were doing in there, taking forever to open up. A moment later, Kang Gon steps out. What is going on? The girl explains everything honestly. The chairman's daughter said it is super urgent. Everyone has to evacuate the hotel immediately. She claims it is a complete emergency, but I know exactly what is actually happening. Did South Korea figure it out already? Everyone must gather in the main lobby. But where is Donggu? Is he okay? Why does his face look completely messed up? Donggu is just sleeping. I will wake him up. Wait, he was with you? But unfortunately, that tranquilizer dart finally kicks in. Kang Gon heavily collapses to the floor. When he eventually wakes up, he and Donggu are lying in a completely different room. Their teacher walks in. You guys are awake? How were you sleeping so deeply? Yesterday, I literally ran to the emergency room, thinking something terrible happened to you two. You're probably wondering, where are they? The poor teacher just sighs. Yesterday, they suddenly forced us to relocate, leaving an amazing luxury hotel for this rough place. But what about all the other kids from our class? They already left for the math competition. I stayed just for you. Wait, changing hotels? The competition? Before the teacher can even finish her sentence, Kang Gon frantically dashes outside. Wait, where are you going? Relying on his memory, he sprints straight back to the hotel. But cops have completely surrounded it. No one gets inside. This is a restricted zone. Turn back now. He scratches his head. I am a student here. The math competition started ages ago and you just arrived? You cannot go in there. We suddenly had to change hotels yesterday, and I could not pack my stuff. I just want to grab my bags, please. The police officer thinks about it for a second. Fine, just pack and leave immediately. Thank you so much. Meanwhile, Kang Gon thinks with this insane security, is the bomb safe? No, if I were Agent 13, as long as my identity stays hidden, I would proceed. The mission will absolutely succeed no matter what. The only lucky thing right now is that I already destroyed the main controller. Still too early to relax. That helper definitely prepared a backup detonator. Trust me, you and I know the fastest way is finding out if Agent 13 is inside. A security guard spots him. Are you a student from the international school? Let's dive right in. He was late, completely denied entry. He asked about the temporary housing reserved just for him. The guard warned him to stay put, saying this place was incredibly dangerous right now. He mentioned his classmate Juna. He had shown up late without giving her any heads up at all, so naturally, he was worried she might be panicking. He noted there was still 1 hour and 10 minutes until lunch. The guard finally agreed to let him inside briefly later. Grateful, our guy smoothly asked if he could run up to his room quickly. His excuse? He rushed out yesterday and totally forgot his phone. A quick thanks followed. Now pay attention here. Finding Agent 13 was his absolute top priority. He planned to immediately contact Comrade Manium Gang, needing to check the security feeds inside the inspection zone. If he could just stop that kid cold, he could temporarily freeze his current mission. After that, he could directly verify all the intel himself with his commanding superiors. If the target was genuinely priority 0, he would personally eliminate her himself. Absolutely no reason to rack up more meaningless casualties. But the second Kang Gon stepped into his room, he spotted a super familiar silhouette. Let that sink in for a second. His fake mission mother was there, scolding him for wandering around without his phone. She played the worried mom perfectly. Pulling him into a tight hug, she gently promised that absolutely nothing bad was going to happen. She sweetly insisted that her precious son had absolutely nothing else to worry about anymore. She whispered that he didn't need to stress. His one and only mission now was making solid friends, right here in South Korea. She smiled, telling him to just focus entirely on that simple task, completely understanding her, right? That's where we leave it. If you and I are on the same page, please smash that like button to support Bear. Thank you so much, and goodbye everyone.